First and foremost, thank you all for the amazing support yesterday for John. That was such a touching thing to do for his family, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. Was really, really cool to do for the family, and they loved it very much. So, from them and from me, I would like to say thank you. It meant a lot. Anyways, another thing I'd like to say is thank you to all of the people that are around the world supporting the channel and the community, because a lot of you reached out this morning saying that the servers were down, and they were. They were, in fact, down this morning. So I have all of the news. I'll explain why the developers put the servers down this morning, why they came back so quick, and what happened in between. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from. Now, the servers went down, and why? It had everything to do with the seasonal pass. So the other day, I streamed on Xbox and PlayStation, and I was able to complete my entire Rainbow Six pass within about an hour. It took about an hour. I was on Xbox, I streamed for like an hour after the devs did their thing, and we maxed out the pass. And then, I don't know, a couple hours later, I started a stream on PlayStation, and then I did the same thing again. I completely beat the entire pass within an hour, and then we were done. And I was like, what's going on here? Well, here's what I noticed, and here's why I did not make a video on how to get through this pass fast and easy. And that's because it was currently bugged, okay? Now, if you were in those live streams while I was doing it, I was explaining that the Season Pass XP and the Rainbow Six XP was doubling. Because if you were already seasonal level 100, right? All of that season XP that you are now getting was going to the event. But you also get event XP. So they were giving out XP. Let's see if they fixed it with the projects. So right here, you can see that for the Rainbow Six event project under the rewards, it would give you 1,000 seasonal pass XP points, or whatever they want to call it, right? Well, what was going on is you were getting normal seasonal pass XP and Rainbow Six Siege event pass XP. So you were doubling down, and that's why within an hour I had already done both of my events, and I had nothing else to do. And that was because if you were already season level 100, you were actually getting double the amount of XP. So for example, if you did this week's Manhunt, it would give you 2,200 season pass XP points or whatever. 2,200. But if the Rainbow Six Siege was active at the same time, you were doubling down. And that's all I did on my stream. I did the one Manhunt, and then I did the weekly project for the Shade Requisition. And that was it. And I completely finished all of it. And in fact, I didn't even finish the Scout. It's just hilarious. I maxed out, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then we just kind of moved on. I didn't really think about it. But they did, in fact, fix it today, because that is unintended. So experience, you'll experience less leveling up today, compared to yesterday if you haven't already finished the pass. But let's be real, it's only like, what, 10 or 20 items anyways. I mean, you'll get through that in a couple days. And we have a couple weeks to do the event. I don't know. Maybe they need to rework the way that they do the XP, because linking it with the Season Pass XP isn't really working, because you could also do the priority objectives. And that's what I was doing as well, is I was doing priority objectives with the Manhunt, and we were also getting the Rainbow Six Siege XP all at the same time. And that's why I don't think anyone should have made a video on how to max out those levels quick, because it was bugged. Anywho, what else is going on in the game? Well, let's jump over to Twitter, and we'll see what the developers had to say. Oh, my bad. Okie dokie. So now that we are over here on Twitter, X if you nasty, follow me over here at Kamikazevondoom for anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. Now, this was posted this morning by Ubisoft support, by Ubisoft, by the devs, everybody. This was a surprise maintenance, and it says that this update included some fixes to the event pass progression. Now, I just explained why it was doubling up, and that's because a lot of people were already maxed out on their season levels, so that whenever this pass, started, we were all getting double the XP. So that's why. It did say it was a 5-hour downtime. 5 hours. But they did complete it in 4. So that's good, right? So we did have a maintenance this morning. They did already fix it. And if you are just now waking up, it should be seamless. However, if you were over, across the pond over there in Europe, Asia, you had a downtime of over 4 hours. Yikes. But that, my dear agents, is that. Let's double check their Trello board and get out of here. Good old surprise maintenance. You gotta love those surprise maintenance updates, right? Gotta love it. So we have to scroll down here to the latest patch. I'm trying to find the latest patch. And that is right here. Title update, Year 7, Season 2.1. And going into the Trello board, let's see if there's anything new from the developers. The same categories I go over every single time: reported, investigating, and in progress. Reported are issues that they have seen people complain about, but they have not found an issue or, any sort of solution. For investigating, they see the issue and they are trying to find the fix for the issue. In progress, they have the issue, they have the solution, and they're trying to get it ready for the game. And then finally, fix ready, it's ready for the game. All right? So those are your 3 categories. Let's see if there's anything new. Starting with reported. Nope, nothing new, same ones. Under investigating, Journey Mission 2 still not working for Journey Mission 8. Apparel gear dye resets. What? That's a new one. So this is brand new from today. Apparel gear dye will reset to the last selected on restart while unequipped. Interesting. Okay, what else is new in here? Let's see. These are all the same. The character oh, right here. Yo, people were complaining about this so much that they made it a known issue. I love this so much. The character becomes very bright in the dark environments when using the sanitation modifier. I personally thought it looked cool. Like you were glowing, you had your active modifier on, you're running around, you're glowing. I mean, come on, you're glowing. But a lot of people did not like it at all. So it is under the known issues. It looks like they will end up fixing it. So the sanitation modifier is too bright. It's too bright. Okay, what else is new in here? Let's see. The Journey Mission 2, that one's old. Yeah, that one's from a couple weeks ago. I think that is it. So the 2 new ones is the sanitation modifier and the apparel gear dye. Everything else looks to be the same. And let's finish up with in progress. So in progress, what do they have here? Retaliations. It's funny that the global event, all right, they had to remove this, just so you know. This is such an old known issue that Daria was the one that did this over a year and a half ago. That's how old this known issue is. And they still have not fixed it, and there is not a timeline associated with it anymore. They said this was going to be fixed like 2 seasons ago, and they never did. So what's happening? Well, if you're playing Reanimated right now, The green cloud, there you go. Every time you get a headshot, that green cloud, it's usually like a corrosive like effect that kills all the enemies. Well, it will also kill allies. So if you're doing a hostage rescue operation, or you're doing like a public execution, or you're doing something like that where there are ally NPCs, if they get caught in the green clouds, they will also die, which would result in you either losing that mission, that activity, or you're just failing whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, just know that that is still a known issue, and no, it has not been fixed. Other things, all of these look to all be the same. Okay, and that's it for your known issues. So the two new ones was the apparel gear dyes are getting stuck, and your character is too bright for the sanitation active modifier. Okay, okay. For all of this information and more, just go to my Twitter page, X if you nasty, at Kamikazevondoom, and you get anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. But that's it for me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out.